But right now, I am in the same room as that one of the golden boy producers from, I'm not going to say back in the day because that sounds rude. I'm going to say of all time in the grime scene. Mr. Davinche, how are you?
Yo, hold on, bro. You're right.
You cool?
Yeah, man. So good.
Obviously, coming from South London.
Yeah.
Like, what was it like trying to be a musician?
I didn't really get a problem with the divide thing because I always had like good support from like Jammer, Mac 10, Nasty, that whole side. So
okay,
that was never a problem for me, really. So I was lucky.
I mean, like the first tune I've heard of yours was Eyes on You, and when I tell you, listen, that tune changed. I reckon it's one of the tunes that changed the game. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it nowhere. No one was really trying to let the tune off. Do you know what I mean?
Even I can't find it either.
Listen, like that was vinyl. What like a lot of people don't even collect vinyls and that. So could you explain like the process of even pressing up vinyls and stuff?
I didn't. It wasn't me. So like I always have to make sure that everyone understands how many people go into helping one person be successful sometimes. So like I had a team, I had a management. They used to do all the pressing and all of that stuff for my vinyls and stuff. So that was the Paper Chase label, and we had together. Big up DJ Bossman, because he was the one, get me, like he used to link DJs for me and help me get the tunes out on the distribution level on one of them ones. And then even like big up Jammer, who's the one that got the tune played by Mac 10 and got the first one popping. And then I was the one that like edited the first Lord of the Decks, yeah, I edited that. And so we put that on and Titch back on it, Crazy Titch. And then like Terror, even like he got a copy of the tune and started handing it out to, like giving it out to the right people for me. Yeah. So big up Terror D. So, do you understand? So like so many people have helped me. You can't really just say, yeah, it's not really like that.
So it was a minute.
It took a while, yeah. Things happened slowly.
Okay.
And all the time I just focused on keeping my head in the studio and making tunes. That's really always what my focus has always been.
Okay. So like Kano, how is it to work with Kano? What's a studio session like with Kano?
He's a genius, you know. He's a genius. You know why? Because I hadn't ever seen someone do something nuts like write just the first word of all their bars. So he doesn't write all the bar, he doesn't write the whole bar down, he like wrote the first word, like the prompt word, so he'd remember what the rest of the bar is from the first word. And he's a man that get a first take every time. That was nuts as well for me.
I heard about Kano doing first take still.
So like I think I pissed him off as well, because like he's come studio to do, I can't remember, one shit. The thing with Kano, yeah, I'd linked him to give him some tunes. So yeah. I've driven to him and linked him to give him some tunes. I've never told this story before. And then I went to his house. I just started driving. It was snowing. It was a madness. I've got to East. I've played him like 10 beats, I think. And he took like all of them. He said, right, that's it. He's gone downstairs, burnt the CD. He took them all. He rang me the next morning and said, I've finished. So I said, oh, what one? He said, all of them. I said, what? I said, nah, no way, cuz. He said, yeah. And they were all bangers. It was nuts.
Kano, P's and Q's. What a classic. I remember when I saw him perform this at Carnival, it was going off at Rampage. How does it feel to just know that there's so many, like you've got so many classics underneath your belt, man?
I don't know. That's a hard question. I don't know. It's humbling. It's nice. It's a good feeling.
Because, bruv, there's countless. You've worked with like Tinch,
yeah,
Titch,
yeah,
Tiny, Cleo Soul. Yeah. The list goes on, man. So like, when you work on a project,
yeah,
how long would you roughly say you take?
Depends on the artist. I'm a big fan of like artist development. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Like finding someone who I think is talented but hasn't maybe found their sound or their direction yet, and working with them. So if it is that, then that can take up to like a year while you try out loads of different styles and they find their sound. But if you work with someone who's already found himself and you're just making tunes with them, then that could be a month. You could do that in a month, just consistent studio sessions.
What was it like working with Crazy Titch?
He's actually the same that you've seen on film. Anything you would have seen on camera and on DVDs and that, he's exactly the same. His energy is so high. So much so that for me, it was about trying to capture that energy on the tune. So I was like, all right, cool. So like, what's a big rave bar? Cool, we're going to use that here and there on the tune. And like, it was just for me to not try and make him sit down and write specific bars, but it's about just trying to capture his energy and get that on the song as is, because his energy is right already.
There was a point in the scene where everyone thought it was going downhill a bit, yeah? So like, did you ever feel like you fell out of love making that grimy sound that you'd make?
I always got scared that I wouldn't evolve. That's my fear. My fear is that I will always make the same thing and sound the same. Like some of the producers I've looked up to before, some of the garage ones, I don't even say names like that because I respect them so much. I don't want to make it like that, but some of them, they were sick, and then grime came in and they could have evolved because they had the talent to do it, but they were just holding on to their sound, and that is a write-off. That's a myth, and I was scared that wouldn't happen, but really that's the only thing. So when the sound changed, like I dabbled a bit, but I didn't do as much because that's for me now to go in and find a whole new sound in it.
Okay, Tinchy Strider, he used to make a lot of tunes just talking about like life and stuff, and then he made a tune with you, and that was the first tune he made about girls, like that side. When he started working with you anyway, he started making like songs. That's the whole change thing. Like that, I reckon the reason why he is where he is now is because he linked up with you. Like I reckon you are the gateway. How would you?
That's cool to say. I don't know if I can take full responsibility for a man's whole level of success that he's had. I can't do that.
It's all teamwork, isn't it?
But at the same time, some of my philosophies, I do believe that even if I could go back in time and change some things about life that maybe I didn't do right, I wouldn't, because they've led me to being here, and you can't really untangle that. You know, like the butterfly effect and that.
Okay, yeah.
So definitely it played a part. It must have played a part, but I can't say it played the only part or the biggest part or anything like that. That's 100%. Not for me to do.
Like I remember in 07 when we was touring with Kano, when Kano was doing his Home Sweet Home tour, and we would go on, and Something About Your Smile would be the main tune of our set. And all the little girls and all of that, they're all singing, they're all buying the merch. It's good to see, man.
We done it with that in mind, you know. Like that's happy that when you say that, it makes me happy, because with that song, it was like Tinchy had just met up with his management. He had just signed to them, Jack and Archie, and then they had come to me to do tunes, and I think they just expected me to just make it just this, like hard, the crazy titch stuff, just the hard stuff. And I thought to myself, oh, but you know what? If he's got management and he's going somewhere, how do we now start taking our sound, grime, and keeping the energy of it, but making it with a commercial edge? That's something like people that don't listen to the sound but will still like it. And that's how we started coming up with putting the singers in those spaces, and I structured it that way, and it was all done kind of intentionally. So for you to say that it worked that well, that's good. It
works, man. Definitely, man. And you know, I also think that you bring back, I think you bring back the fact that like when you done like the Gemma Fox stuff, you could have a singer, the majority, and then the 16 at the end of. I think that was an important thing, man, because it's like it doesn't have to always be about MCing. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed. You know what? I'll say I did do that still.
No, you definitely did. And obviously, like the Cleo Soul tune with Bashi.
Riding for
that
Love.
One was. Listen, that it's still in my car now.
Respect,
it's still in the 5 CD changer. Do you know what I mean? Like, you work with a lot of singers. How do you come across all of these amazing singers?
I do look for singers often, because I feel like often that can be the touch that can cross the sound that we make over to like people who don't always get the music and don't always get what the MCs are saying and don't understand the culture. The singing part is that universal part. So if I can balance that well enough without losing what it is that the music is, then
it's very
works
true.
Well.
What equipment did you start using when you first started making music?
I've always been Logic, you know. Nah, first actually, I started on Cakewalk, but I was young and I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
And then I got Logic, and I was like Logic 4 or something on a PC. And then when Apple bought out eMagic and Logic wasn't on PC no more, you had to get Mac, and I've just kept Logic all the way through.
Oh, so you switched over?
Yeah, so I went Mac, and now me and Steve Jobs were dogs. That's it. And
now you still use Logic now?
Still use Logic now. I do my vocals on Pro Tools though.
Okay. I'm gonna get into a game now. I'm gonna put you on the spot a bit. Yeah. This game is called This or That. I'll say two things. You pick one of them.
Alright.
Yeah. You look a bit worried.
No, I'm scared.
Right. Money or fame?
Fame. Money.
I hate you. Pick one. Just
Nah, fame, because if I got fame, at least my music was good enough to get famous.
one. Liverpool or Man U?
Arsenal.
No, pick one.
Alright,
Liverpool or
Liverpool.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Suarez or Neymar?
I can't even say Suarez now. Neymar still. Neymar.
Truth or dare?
Nah, truth, honest.
Ketchup or mayo?
Ketchup.
Maths or English?
English, all day.
Skepta or Wiley?
Oh, nah, you can't do that. That's not fair.
Of course I can do that.
Nah, I can't. I don't even know. Like, Skeppy, I think.
One.
Maybe Skeppy, maybe Wiley. I can't tell.